on, guys? I did not make a half-decent intro for this video, as a bunch of my videos recently have been. But basically, if y'all remember last week's video upload, which I'm sorry was late, we were riding around this city of Roanoke, and so we do our thing. I think we stopped and talked to my uncle for a little bit. We went and took pictures of the safety train. If you want to know more, go watch last week's episode. It's that simple, really. And so we're riding home after we had lunch with my grandfather, Gramps. Y'all probably know him. He's been in a few videos by now. We're riding home, and we get this phone call from the chief director. I don't honestly remember. One of the very high up people at the Virginia Fire Museum, inviting us to bring our service trailer, which if you didn't know, I'll throw a picture up here, is painted exactly like a fire truck, as kind of a billboard for my parents' business, Logan Fire Apparatus. We could not take that offer for granted, so we had to show up, and that's what this video is about. Sorry if it's kind of all over the place. I was kind of all over the place that day, so yeah, hope y'all enjoy.
Well, we're at the, the Virginia Fire Museum. Open house day. So, there's all sorts of stuff around here. I'm gonna die climbing up this. What I have found is a Roadrunner. A second generation Roadrunner. There's a C4 Corvette, an El Camino, square body. There's what's left of a square body over there, an IROC Camaro right here, and some car right there, and two Ford cabs over there. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but we got a lot of stuff to look at today. What? Well, you're old, that's why. What do you have to say about that?
If you're lucky, you'll get there one day. At the rate you're going, you're probably not going to make it.
Alright, so over here we got a Hyundai Tiburon, which I don't really necessarily like too much. But this car is supposedly going to get destroyed. It's a manual. So all you Tiburon fans can cry in the comments. But, oh wow. Alright, yep, I'm closing that door before I get cancer in the nose. These right here, these 60s, 70s, and 80s trucks, is what I personally consider the golden age of fire apparatus. Because they were so good. Now, obviously, a lot of your big cities have gotten rid of them, like City of Hampton, and don't use them anymore. But a lot of volunteer departments still, in fact, I know at least a few that still use our Model Max. I know a few that still use Ford 8000s. And they're still going to this day. And some of you can see with a lot of modern fire trucks is they don't actually look like this. This looks cool, but none of them actually look like this anymore. Look at this one right here. This Mack chassis. No new fire truck looks this cool. Let me get out of here. No one has cool fire trucks anymore, it seems, with the exception of aerial scopes and a few of them. But when was the last time you saw a Jeep brushing it? Well, Matthews County, Virginia has one, but that's besides the point. Alright, so we're gonna cruise through here real quick. I really need to invest in a gimbal because my camera footage is probably gonna give people epileptic seizures, but yeah, but I don't have one yet. I meant to get one before this, but money, no. Well, would you just... I have heard stories about this fire truck because I do work for Blackstone. I was told that no one knew where this truck was, or something along the lines, and because they got pictures of it in their station, and it's here, peeking into the back room. So it's back there. Okay, nothing exciting. Back to the fire truck. But ain't that cool? I'm gonna see if we can get a nicer look into the back rooms here. What do we got? Okay, there's an old truck cab back there. OBS Ford. An OBS Chevy missing everything on the front. An old type, van type ambulance. A gas tank. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Roanoke County Company 3. My grandfather volunteers for Roanoke County. So, not Station 3 though, he's at Station 9. But ain't that cool? I can count at least 5 fire departments right off the top of my head that still use a truck exactly like this one. Oh, this is a 6500. The ones I know use 8000 chassis. So just in the middle of this, we have 2 very decently new fire trucks. By decently, I mean that one's probably from the 90s and this one's probably from the late 80s, early 90s. I would, if I was anywhere other than a museum right now, open the door and look at the plate, but I can't do that because of being respectful to the museum. I don't even know what brand this thing is. It doesn't have any branding on it. What the heck? What's the pump at least? Alright, it has a Honda generator. It's a Hale pump. Alright, so that narrows it down to literally every fire truck manufacturer that makes fire trucks. What is this thing? I'm thinking maybe a Sutphen, because that would have been, I think, where the Q went. Not 100% sure on a Sutphen. But there's no way for me to tell, because there's no badges. Alright, we're gonna see. What can we see in here? Seats. Here. I'm guessing it was a Sutphen. Quite possibly. This is a Simon duplex. Or Simeon duplex. If I say that wrong, some people will probably crucify me. I have learned not to mess with the keyboard warrior firefighters, as it's a long drawn out story. Ooh. 93. Right on the dollar. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is also a Sutphen, because back in these days, they were the only ones.
So, as my brain hurts editing this, you're gonna see in a second that I'm wrong. This is an American LaFrance.
Doing the cues in the grill. Apparently, you know, they're tearing down the building too, but ooh, I get to walk in disgusting. Alright, what do we got? American LaFrance. Well, I have been corrected. Another American LaFrance. Of at least 2 fire departments that still use a 48,000 cab, Blackstone and Brookmill. And Blackstone's is the same exact cab as this one. Fun fact, I think this is a Grumman Firecat. I'm pretty sure it is. What does the front say? Alright, it doesn't say it's a Firecat, but I know it's a Grumman because it says it over here. Fun fact, these actually come in as single cabs. And you could see in there where the cab ends. It ends right along here. So Grumman went in and added everything from about this hump right here back to make you a, quote, 4-door, in quotation marks, cab, even though there's no doors.
To give you a representation here, this is what a 2-door Firecat would look like, and this is what a open back Firecat would look like, just like the one in the video.
I do end up doing a lot with these old fire trucks, because a lot of the departments that we do work for still has them, which is kind of surprising, and I'm missing all the action. Random DeWalt charger. That's how you know you're in an abandoned factory. Well, it's not much abandoned, but you get the point. This right here is a Han Rescue. Not many Hans are left around because they weren't as popular as, you know, Grumman trucks. And
I go in this part of the video to say that Han was a very short-lived and not very popular brand. I don't know what I was talking about, because Hahn actually ran from 1916 to 1989 and was a fairly popular brand for their chassis and their fire trucks, so forgive me for my absolute dumbness on this.
Pierce's and Seagraves, and it was a very short-lived company, which I might get corrected on, but I'm pretty sure it's a very short-lived company. We got our first for sure Sutphen in this video, because it says Sutphen right there. This here is a Sutphen, obviously. Open back cab in white by Yorkville. Don't know where that's at. Interesting. It's so you probably don't put the cab up on this one to do any work on it, probably because that's the doghouse right there, which means you could probably just remove it all, take those off, and get to it that way. What do we got for pump here? Sutphen Hale, which that's a Hale water pump back here. Really, I am just going through bullet points. I will come back and do a lot more in-depth, like this Orin right here. 4-door cab Orin. Another Hahn right there. And I think another one next to it. In fact, Grummins and Orins were both built in Roanoke. Well, the city of Roanoke.
I was apparently really stupid that day, because of course they were both built in Roanoke, because they're the same company. Roanoke Welding became Orin, Orin became Grumman, and Grumman became KME. So, no wonder they were both built in Roanoke, because they're the same company.
100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure either KME or E1 bought the rights to Grumman after Grumman went out of business, and still made either KME or E1 aerial scopes. Well, Aerioscope is a Seagrave thing. I don't honestly know. I'm gonna have to fact check this with Dad. Orins were also built here in Roanoke, but I don't remember what happened and made their demise. It's like the car. My ears are gonna be dying after editing this. It's like leaving the car. It's like the car is leaving the car. You gotta go catch them. Ooh, puddle. The Hendrickson. I've never heard of a Hendrickson fire truck. Top mount pump panel. That's very, very rare to see nowadays. I only know of only a few trucks that still have them. Oh, Grumman. I should have known this was a Grumman. I'm an idiot. Another Grumman here. Alright, so the owner of the museum just came up to me and said, "Do you want to go into the back room?" And you know, of course I couldn't say no. So here we are. I'm gonna title these pictures, "Abandoned Fire Trucks Found in Warehouse in Roanoke, Virginia." Whoa! Even though none of these are abandoned. Lights have been illuminated. Guys, so back here, we have this Apache, but what really makes me excited, Power Wagon, a 10-grill Power Wagon. Don't know what year, I would say early 70s from my knowledge. 4-wheel drive dually. I'm guessing it's from Craig County, Virginia. That's what the guy told me. I'm guessing originally from the military. So showing here with this the green undersides. Looks like to me a 318, which I'm very familiar with. Got some ripply fenders here, but I would say with this grill, 74, 73 maybe? Somewhere in there.
I may say this later in the video, but that Power Wagon was in 1980.
This is Apache too. I don't know as much about Apaches as I obviously do Dodges, because you know I eat, breathe, and sleep in them. Other Dodge engine. Honestly, back then you really couldn't tell the difference between engines and tankers by just looking at them. You really gotta, look at them to tell the difference.
The Grumman came to us from Clifton Forge over in western Virginia, not West Virginia, but it is one of the last 14 trucks that Grumman made before Grumman fire trucks no longer existed.
And what year did Grumman go out of business? I forgot.
94, 95, somewhere in there.
Yeah, and then I think either E1 or KME picked them up.
KME.
It was KME, I thought it was. Couldn't tell by the numerous amount of rust. This was an FDNY truck, so I think this thing has 200 some odd thousand city miles before it was sold off. And you know how New York is, they strip everything, you know, worth their time out of it, because, you know, Seagraves are just about been the same for about 30 years, it seems like. But this is a current restoration project here. What I've been told is there's 2 of these in this museum. What are these? What is that one called again? It's an Orin.
Those are 1950 Corbett Orins.
Corbett Orins that Roanoke City had. They have 2 of them here. Apparently both of them have shot engines. And then that's a Seagrave that I don't remember the name of either, because I have really good memory. So big shout out to the people here. They are super polite. The main lady just came up to me and asked if I want to take that back room tour. And obviously, you know, so big shout out to the Fire Museum here. Very kind people. Please come check it out. Would you look who just showed up? Sorry. Would you look who showed up?
Hello.
Is that a Gramps that I see there?
That's it.
Alright, we're coming outside here. Isn't that just America right there? That is too. I love this. I'd trade this for my firstborn child. Alright, so here is Roanoke County Company 3's tanker. The tanker. Tell me about this truck, Gramps.
That was a great truck. I drove it several times. In later years, we needed something to haul our foam in, so we actually made that our foam truck too. Haul foam, 5-gallon bucket of foam.
That's really cool. So here we got a Ford F800 Vinton fire truck, which Gramps also has stories about.
Yep, I drove it on a few calls and worked on it too when we had some mechanical problems with it. It's a nice truck.
Yeah. See, they've tried to do a little bit of paint work to bring the paint back here. So apparently, I've learned this is actually not the original truck my grandfather was talking about. This is another truck that was bought that looked like it to be painted like it. So there you go. Acquired Dad, the fire truck expert here. He's going to try to figure out what truck this is. It's a Pierce? Why does it have a hole in the cab? Oh, I should have known. L9000 windshields.
Yep, it's a Pierce Arrow.
It's an Arrow?
Yep.
There's no Arrow badges. Well, they're weird.
Scratch that.
It's not a Pierce Arrow. What is it then?
It's an E1. I still think it's a Pierce, but I'm pretty sure it's an E1
Make up your mind.
because it's a Hale pump.
Pierce put Hale pumps in them.
Not back then.
That is true.
I'm telling you what, I think it's a Pierce cab.
You think they've stuck 4 fire trucks together to make one?
The cab looks like a Pierce.
We've come to a new idea. This might be a duplex cab or refurbished by Duplex or something. Dad can't make up his mind.
No.
No. You think this truck is, Dad?
But the tag says it's a duplex.
Tag says it's a duplex. Dad thinks it has a Pierce dash in it and a Salisbury body.
It's got 100%. Probably so.
So we figured out that was a duplex cab, but since Duplex made cabs for Pierce for years, that's why it looks like a Pierce cab. Have we finally figured out what 51 is? What is it?
It's a duplex chassis.
Okay.
It's a 1983 duplex chassis.
What else did you find with it?
I think it's a Salisbury body on it.
And so why my dad originally thought this was a Pierce. You look at that right there, indented so you could fit a Ford L9000 windshield in here, right?
Yes.
So you could have not a proprietary windshield, but a cheaper windshield. And here's a Simon duplex from later. That's flat. And also, if you look at most of not all of them, a lot of the new Pierce chassis, this indent is still here, along with the early dashes, some of the Pierce Arrows, a lot of them, right, Dad?
The new Arrow XT looks just like it.
The new Arrow XT has it, the dash still has it.
Because there was one in the parking lot.
Yeah, it might still be there. We'll go check it out if it is. There's another truck that also confused my dad, because it's a Sutphin chassis with a Grumman body. So I focused on this Vinton truck too much, and there's a Telesquirt right here. Is it a Telesquirt? There's a Telesquirt right here, which I have worked on a few Pierce Arrow telesquirts. Is investigating for a year.
No, actually,
Let's see.
Just look at the
Why?
warrant number.
It has no numbers.
It's a 73.
73.
73.
Oh. Come on, camera. 73. Dad, please explain to me why you like this Dodge fire truck so much.
The lines on it, it's just cool. It looks like they took a little Dodge van and made a fire truck out of it.
I do agree, which is something Oren/Grumman was known for, was, I wouldn't call it aerodynamics because this truck is not aerodynamic to say the least, but they made it look nice. So like over there I was talking about that Ford 8000, how they extended the cab. Here, even though this is still a two-door cab, they added this part to flow the body lines better, which is kind of crazy, seeing as a fire truck company did better body line flowing than a multi-million-dollar electric car company called Tesla, who can't do body lines to save their life. We're closing down here, getting ready to head out. Might put a little photo slideshow on this video's outro, but yeah. So great place. Please come check it out. Roanoke Fire Museum. You type that up, you'll find it. They're open, I think, just about every Saturday. Don't know, but very cool people, very cool place. If you like fire trucks, you gotta come see it. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Guys, we just left, and Dad has finally decided what that truck was.
The cab is a Pierce cab. The pump module is off an E1. And the body looks like a Salisbury.
So it's like 7 different trucks.
It's a Franken truck.
Alright, yeah, so we figured it out. It's like the culmination of like 7 different trucks in one. But that's just how it is. So yeah. We're on a second adventure for the vlog. We're going to get seats for my Mustang. Guys, the vlog isn't over yet. I'd like to announce that my handbrake for my sim setup has come in, and if y'all didn't know by now, if you don't follow my Instagram or my TikTok, I have a sim wheel setup with a shifter. I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that I had got from the little museum I went to. I got this little Lesney Matchbox fire truck that was painted white. It used to be red. There you go, you can see it was a Matchbox. This was only $1, and it's a complete, I think it's missing one part actually, but also got this little airport truck right here, also was red. It was painted too. It's missing some parts if you could see, but oh, there you go, if you can see. But that'll be a fun restoration. Those will both be fun restorations. Got those for $1 each. The pictures are going to be a separate video, I'm sorry, but I have a bunch to talk about with those. Anyway, we picked this up from this Hale Pumps inlay sign thing. They would go in a frame with lights behind it for our office here at our new shop. I think we're gonna cover this patch right here with it. You'll never know it was there. We're gonna build a small little frame for it and put some lights behind it. Or what will most likely happen is we'll just hang it up with command strips and do none of that. But we also picked up some other things. We picked up an old fire equipment sign, because you know we sell that here. But one major thing we picked up on the way home: new Mustang seats. These are gray. They're actually gray. 86. They came out of an 86. Mustang seats. I got them for 75 bucks. We got this fire equipment sign here from the museum. A guy was selling it. I also bought that white helmet right there for the visor, because my grandfather gave me an old Fort Lewis helmet and it didn't have a visor on it, so I bought that for the visor. And then they gave me this one, which is really old. There's my car, chilling out. Like I said in the past video, midweek coming out with this car, because I've done some stuff today to it. Once again, I would like to,
put out a massive shout out to the Virginia Fire Museum for inviting us to their open house, and you know, put the trailer in there, talk to some people, you know, go around, look at the really, really cool fire trucks. And I would like to give a special shout out to the lady that, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of, the lady who took me into the back rooms for the backrooms tour. That was very, very kind of them, and I would personally like to thank them from me and my YouTube channel, and my parents are also very thankful for that. Anyways, guys, thank y'all for watching. You know, comment, like, subscribe. Maybe share the video with a friend. I don't know. Links to anything for the Virginia Fire Museum will be in the description. And I'll see y'all in the next one, which will hopefully, I'll be putting out a midweek video about my Mustang, probably about 2 or 3 days. So keep on the lookout for that, and I'll see y'all later.
Grab life by the horns at your local Dodge dealer.